I mean, the biggest word I know is prolific. And I learned that in Hollywood, the prolific actor. And so, but Donald, he just caught it. He caught what I said. You know, it wasn't what he thought I said or the way it should be said. He wrote what I said. And a perfect example was the fact that Maeve said, yeah, this is like talking to you.
What are the parts of the book that people are going to learn about you that perhaps they didn't know?
That you know, that I was just really broken, and the marriages that I ruined. It was, you know, I really feel bad because, you know, women a lot of times try to fix men, and, you know, some men are broken, you know, can't fix them. You just, you know, just either bear with them or get them to therapy.
Broken by life?
You know, you're broken by experiences, you know, I mean, but you hide it very, very well. I mean, you know, moms having affairs and can really kind of distort your dads. I never thought I was abused, you know, and my dad woke me up choking me one time, you know, screaming about, why'd you lie? And you know, I didn't know that was abuse. I thought I'd done something wrong. You know? Somebody said, you don't think your uncle giving you weed when you were 8 was abuse? I said, no, I thought it was sharing. You know, I mean, yeah, and heroin at 12, and thank you for sharing.
That was normal to you. That childhood was normal.
Well, you know, yeah, you know, that's what was around me. You know, it was like my father was obsessed with the American dream, and that's owning a home and a car and a truck for work with a camper, you know, and you know, he's a hard worker. I got nothing. He was a hard worker. But my uncle Gilbert, he was always dressed like a pimp. I mean, he was always like clean and pressed and $200 shoes and a big, always had a big wad of money, you know, and that impressed me. And he wasn't dirty or sweaty, and, you know, because everybody that I knew worked construction. You were either going to be a construction worker or a bum. I mean, because there wasn't like a lot of opportunity. You know? I didn't know any Mexican lawyers.
How does heroin at 12 happen?
I caught my uncle Gilbert, you know, fixing heroin, and I threatened to tell if he didn't give me some. And you know, you have to understand that I watched Gilbert, you know, nod in the face of death. You know, I can remember one time my grandfather was just screaming at us. You know, he was, and I knew he was going to hit me, and I'm pinching my cheeks because I didn't want to crap my pants when he slapped me. You know, and I look over at Gilbert, and Gilbert's like, you know, nodding out, and God, I want to be like that. I want to be able to have somebody screaming at me that they're going to break every bone in my body, and I want to go to sleep. And when he woke up, I'll never forget, my grandfather got so angry, he stormed into his bedroom, and Gilbert woke up. Did he hit us? You know, I mean, you know, he just didn't. I said, my God, I want to be this guy. And when I saw him fixing heroin, I seen what made that guy, you know, give me some.
How much remorse, regret were you going through as you did this book and looked at the damage that you caused because you didn't know how to love right, or you didn't recognize love, or you didn't recognize abuse, or whatever it is that was happening there? Great
question, by the way. You know what? I've been trying to make amends for all the damage I've done since I got out of prison in 1969. I made a deal with God in 1968. If you let me die with dignity, I'll say your name every day, and I will do whatever I can for my fellow inmate. At the time, I said inmate because I never thought I was getting out of prison. And then when I got out of prison in 1969, I couldn't forget this deal. This wasn't a deal like, let me get that good job, or dear God, don't let me get caught sneaking into my house, or let me pass that test. I asked him to let me die with dignity. And so far he's kept his deal, and I've been keeping mine. I talked to God a couple of days ago and asked him, how am I doing? He said, great, Trejo, you're almost out of jail, out of hell. Keep it up. So I'm still working to pay back.
You've been in how many movies? Do you know?
I don't know. They got me at 300 something. People ask me, oh, do you remember this movie? I remember Heat. I remember Desperado. I remember Spy Kids, Con Air, and From Dusk to Dawn.
And that's the list. You don't, the other 300, you don't, they just run together.
They just all run together. I mean, it's like, I've worked with people that I bump into the street. Hey, Trejo, and oh yeah, they have to remind me. I don't remember what I had for breakfast anymore.
Do you have a favorite experience? Not a favorite of the movies that you've made, but just as an experience that you remember, man, that was really magical. The doing of that, the process of it.
Well, I remember sitting down and Robert De Niro, I call him Bob, but Robert De Niro asked me, how do you want to do this, Dan? My death scene. And I said, I don't know, Bob, what do you think? And he says, I think you're almost dead. I think you're dying. You're dead. You just have enough. You just have enough left of you to ask me to kill you, to just have enough left, but you're slowly dying. Every word you say takes a little, and the way he said it was like, oh, hello, Bob, thank you. And I think my death scene in Heat, one of the best things they've seen in cinema. I mean, Bob De Niro. So I got to say that was one of the best.
New book, Trejo, My Life of Crime, Redemption, and Hollywood, is available now. For all upcoming book signings, visit DannyTrejo.com/events.
Hey, you're in Miami, right? Where are you at? Miami?
Yes, sir. Miami Beach.
Yeah, do I have a pop-up restaurant in Miami?
Once a year they do pop up.
Yeah, we do once a year. I was there last time, and wow, we killed it because it started raining and everybody ran in. And I'd been in Miami. I know it only rains for 5 minutes and then it's done. So I stayed out. So everybody loved my tacos.
Oh yeah, I was going to say someone just wanted to get in here and tell you how much he loved Trejo's tacos. He had
awesome.
Trejo's tacos.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
Postmates. The salsa.
Hey, anytime you guys are in LA, let me know, man. And you got dinner on me.
I will do that. The next time I get to LA, I will seek you out.
Please.
We're going to find, we have to have video of us having tacos with Danny.
Hey, you know what? They actually, we were looking at some spots in Miami for a restaurant. We got like Miami, Chicago, New York, Vegas, Denver, Hawaii. I can't wait to go to Hawaii.
Miami needs some tacos. We do not have enough people who make good tacos down there.
Hey, Danny, I just want to let you know, I have a podcast called Cinephobe where we watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes, try to figure out whether they're accurately poorly rated or maybe they didn't get a fair shake. And we did Reindeer Games not too long ago. And one of my favorite lines in that movie, you said it, said an intelligent country would legislate a second gift-giving holiday. You can call it Christmas too.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's actually what I had met Donald Logue, the guy that helped me write this book. I'd met him at the Hollywood Drug and Alcohol Center late at night, and then I met him again on Reindeer Games, and he was jumpy. And it's funny the way God works things, because Vin Diesel had gotten the part that
That's right.
Donald got,
Yep.
but Vin Diesel wasn't wasn't like right for that part. You had to be like a really good actor to play that part. You know what I mean? And no, Vin Diesel's a good actor,
Whoa,
but
calm down right now with this slander of Vin Diesel.
but you know, Vin Diesel got a style, and this guy had to be like goofy, you know, and so they brought Donald up. So I mean, and so God reintroduced me to him. He was going through a bunch of stuff with his wife and kids, so we bonded, man, and we've been friends ever since. That's who wrote my book.
That's awesome. Did you guys remember each other from?
Oh yeah. I told him, he didn't remember. I told you, he remembered me. We said, yeah, remember? I said, man, you were the angriest dude I've ever met. He said, man, I got married, I'm angrier. Yeah.
I'll have you know that Vin Diesel is like the 8th highest grossing actor of all time in the United States.
And you know what? I kicked him off. I didn't kick him off the movie, but he was like torn because he had this other flick, and he was doing this Reindeer Games as a favor for some producer, right? And I said, what are you doing here, man? And he said, man, I got this flick. I don't know. I'm doing a favor. And I said, you ain't right for this, Holmes. He said, well, yeah, but I don't want to piss anybody off. I said, well, they're going to be more pissed if you get on camera and then they got to change it. And he says, you know, I said, yeah, you ain't been on camera. You can split. And so when we're going to go pick him up the next morning, I called him. Hey, you coming down? No, Dan, I'm taking your advice. I'm going to do this other thing. I says, good. And then they sent Donald up. And so, and Vin Diesel went on, yeah, Fast and the Furious. Come on, you better, you know, so.
Did you see, Danny Trejo, that Vin Diesel wanted to do a musical of Fast and Furious?
Okay.
That is the perfect response, Danny. That is perfect.
Come to put me in it. Yeah, I mean, like.
Danny, thank you for being on with us. New book, Trejo, My Life of Crime, Redemption in Hollywood is
Thank you, man.
now. Upcoming findings. You want to visit DannyTrejo.com/events. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Miami.